What's in a name? The parks with the coolest sounding names are usually the ones which derive theirs from their most prominent feature. Some of those names come directly from legends of old. Some sound mythic, but are entirely made up for marketing reasons. Today's park, now remember this, is simply named after the family that donated the land. When Delma Donald Woodburn gave this part of her family estate to the county, it was 1993. She had no idea that the name would one day be inextricably linked with the image of Alec Baldwin covered in Cheeto dust, leering at a nation that has experienced entirely too much political satire for one lifetime. In the next few minutes, I'm going to say the name Donald a lot. So banish all breaking news from your mind and come with me to one of Dane County's best parks. There's a lot to cover. Donald County Park is the antisocial man's Stuart Lake. It has a lot of the same features that make southwestern Dane County so interesting, but it doesn't border on a big suburb, so it gets far less foot traffic. In addition, it has far more room in general, 775 acres to be exact. That extra space can handle bigger pedestrians, so many of the miles of trails accommodate horses. If you don't have a set of hooves to carry you around, that just means you get a more personal look at the many scattered landmarks. When you pull up to the non-equestrian parking lots, you'll drive right past Donald Rock. It seems to be on the wrong side of Highway 92, almost in someone's front yard, but it is a part of the park. You can climb the rock itself or admire it from a distance. You'll do that a lot. It makes a convenient landmark to find your way back after your hike. The stream that runs through this park was critical to the early viability of the surrounding settlements. Why put in the work to dig a well if the water is already bursting from the ground? Exposed springs form two pools here. Just steps from the smaller one is the remains of a 19th century cabin. The people of Mount Vernon took pride in their stream, and occasionally they took extreme steps to defend it. In 1852, Dr. Philander Byam moved to Mount Vernon with his two brothers. Over the next 7 years, the Byams set out to defraud anyone they could, selling fake patents to the locals, and selling fake land to investors back in New York. In the 1850s, there were only two ways for wealthy folks on the East Coast to buy land in Wisconsin. Either you had to trust the seller, or you had to walk to Wisconsin to see for yourself. Dr. Byam took great advantage of this inconvenience, sending back entirely false photographs that depicted Mount Vernon as a booming village on the Sugar River, serviced by steamboats no less. It's one thing to claim Mount Vernon is on the Sugar River. It's wrong, but at least it's close. Far more egregious was the steamboat. Very few rivers on Wisconsin's interior have ever seen a steamboat. And no offense to the people who live here, but I'm pretty sure Mount Vernon has never been booming. The town is charming, but it's charming because it's quiet. On October 24th, 1859, the quiet broke. The townspeople were fed up with the Byam brothers' shenanigans, so 70 of them held a meeting. When they went to find Dr. Byam, he hid within his house, so the townspeople tore it down. After a short trial, the 39-year-old Dr. Philander Byam, his wife, and his two brothers were told to vacate the town. If the people of Mount Vernon found any Byam after 24 hours, they would hang. Wisely, the Byams chose to move to Iowa. Maybe the townspeople couldn't help themselves, but they snuck in a little vigilante justice before the day was through. They tarred and feathered one of Dr. Byam's brothers, and they weren't kidding about that 24-hour period. Shortly after setting out, the older brother, with profit ever on his mind, decided to go back to rescue a cart filled with hay. The townspeople caught him as soon as he returned, burned his hay cart, and let him escape once again to the west. Nowadays, the most eventful things to happen around here are activities scheduled by the Friends of Donald Park. Other than that, it's completely up to you how you enjoy this historic land. Fishing, hiking, riding. All can be enjoyed in abundance at Donald County Park. So come out this summer, experience one of Dane County's best parks, and relax in the shade of Wisconsin's river city that never was. Thanks for watching. It's now summer for Madison College, but that doesn't mean Clarion Broadcasting is going on vacation. Make sure you subscribe because we've got a lot planned for these warm months, including a new Parks and Landmarks every other Thursday at noon. Also, be sure to like, share, and comment whatever you want us to cover next. I'm Sean Bull, and I'll see you soon on another Parks and Landmarks.